Good morning, class. So today we will discuss factoring the difference of 2 squared. But before that, so let's have an example on how to find the positive square root of a number or an expression. Let's have example number 1. Square root of 64. So you just have to think of a number that when you multiply that number by itself, the answer is 64. So that is 8. So because 8 times 8 is equal to 64. Another example. Example number 2. Square root of 4x squared. So first we will find the square root of 4. The square root of 4 is 2. Square root of x squared is x. So to check, we will multiply 2x times 2x. So that is 2 times 2 is equal to 4. And then x times x is equal to x squared. So remember, when you multiply variable of the same base, so you copy the base x and then you will add its exponent. So we have 1 plus 1 is 2. Another example. Example number 3. 64 x to the 4th y to the 6th. So we will find its square root. So our answer here, square root of 64 is 8. Square root of x to the 4th, x squared. And square root of y to the 6th is y cubed. So let's now have an example on how to factor difference of 2 squares. Factor each expression. So example number 1, so we will factor x squared minus y squared. So the factor of this are 2 binomial. So we have 2 binomial here. And then we will express this as the product of the sum and the difference of the square root of these two terms. So what is the square root of x squared? So that is x. So this will serve as your first term of this binomial. And then what's the square root of y squared? So that is y. So our factors are x plus y and x minus y. Another example. Example number 2. A squared b to the 4th minus 81. So as I've said, the factor of this are 2 binomial. So we will get first the square root of a squared b to the 4th. So that is a b squared. And we have also here a b squared. Then square root of 81, so that is 9. And then we will express this as sum and difference of the square root of these two terms. So let's have example number 3. 4x squared minus 36. So as you can see, the first term and the second term has its greatest common factor. So what is the greatest common factor of 4 and 36? So that is 4. So remember, in factoring, you have to factor out first the greatest common monomial factor. And then to get the second factor, so we will divide each term by 4. So 4x squared divided by 4 is x squared. And then negative 36 divided by 4 is negative 9. So next, so we will just copy 4. And then as you can see, x squared minus 9 is difference of 2 squared. So we can also express that as product of 2 binomial. So the square root of x squared is x. The square root of 9 is 3. And then we have here the sum and the difference of the square root of this 2 terms. So our factor is 4 times x plus 3 times the quantity x minus 3. Example number 4. 9 over 16 r to the 4th minus 1 over 25 t squared n to the 6th. So we have here 2 binomial. We have to get first the square root of the first term. So that is 9 over 16. Square root of that is 3 over 4. So you have to get first the square root of 9, 3, square root of 16, 4. And then we have here r squared. So we also have here 3 over 4 r squared. And then square root of 1 over 25, square root of 1, 1, square root of 25, 5, square root of t squared n to the 6 is t n cubed. And then we also have here 1 over 5 t n cubed. And then express this as sum and difference of the square root of these 2 terms. So we have this factor. So now, you will have an activity after this. So good luck!